Hey guys, Miss B here. All right, sorry I was running a few minutes late today. I had to
Miss B here.
let me
All
find
right,
that.
sorry, I was running.
I do that every time and I don't know. All right, I was running a few minutes late, so I see I didn't have anybody hanging out just yet, but I'm sure somebody will be here in a little while. Happy Sunday to everyone. So let me see. I'm so used to coming in and seeing a message from Dolly. She didn't give me a message today. Yep, I still got five people in here. So for you five, can go ahead, like the video, and then say something to me so I at least know who you are and that you're here. I don't like talking to myself. I mean, it's almost like I do talk to myself because I'm not talking to directly to anybody, but I don't like feeling like I'm talking to myself. Oh, and this camera, there it goes. Okay, that's much better. I promise y'all, I'm going to buy a better camera because this one goes in and out of focus too easily. If you go close to it, it gets out of focus way too easy for me. And it's always out of focus. So, hey, Star 777. Good afternoon. Thank you for stopping by. I'm sure we got some more people that are sitting out there in the bushes. I don't know who they are, but if y'all could just come on in and let me know who you are, I'd appreciate it. We can get started. We can get going. So, how did y'all like the commercial? I didn't even let me see something. Did y'all like the commercial? I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it in a way. So I'm not gonna really show the commercial because I don't.
So keep giving to me, bro.
I just wanted to show a snippet of the commercial, but I can't play the whole thing because I don't know how it's copyrighted. So I really can't. I'm not going to mess with that. And then it has music also. But let me see who came in. Donna Robertson. Hey, good afternoon, Betty. Hope. Good afternoon, guys. Glad you can stop by today. Hope you said you're not impressed with the commercial and Trey looks like a fool. Hey, Keisha. Happy Sunday to you also. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't, for a 24-hour commercial, I guess it was okay. I think the first part was probably the best part, which she could have did that without, what's the name? She could have did that without Ernestine and Trey, and she could have, she, they probably want to cut because it's too long. It's not a commercial. It's a skit. But yeah, it was okay. Hey, Angela, good morning. And Angela Atkins says she loves the commercial. So you'll have those people that love it. and you'll have those people that hate it. I'm glad that they gave us the commercial this morning to make sure that we at least seen the finished product. I mean, it was eh, billboard will be okay. I think a billboard with even a billboard with Amber and Dave with the necklaces on, looking at people, looking at each other all googly eyed. That's that's a billboard. That's a commercial right there. That's just but and I didn't know that that's what the necklace looks like. I'm like, okay, so it really isn't all that. But I thought it was, like a larger necklace, like the thing that the hip hoppers wear. I call them hip hoppers. That's not so wrong. That's wrong. Hey, caller. Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. Carla said, great commercial. And Angela said you were impressed with Trey. He played his part. Yeah, he did. Keisha said I tried to code out of curiosity, and it really works. Oh, you tried it. Okay. All right. So I mean that's good in itself that it actually works. How much is the necklace? Because maybe I might want one. With all y'all Amber fans, y'all gonna buy that necklace. Let them know that she got some real fans behind her. Angela speaking to Keisha, and then Carla said the code works. Angela said, Keisha, it took a real life commercial with Amber. So it looked like a real life commercial with Amber. Angela said, I think the necklace is for women. And I think Keisha says it does, but I mean, that's good. Angela says it seems like Amber's real life work is incorporated in the skit. And there ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Because from what I understand, her closet, she's putting now her closet in the skits and the amortized closet, and not just selling the clothes that she wears, but also she's going to be selling clothes that they're buying to what you call that, to do the inventory for the closet. So it's not just her stuff that she wears, but it's going to be more than that. And then her body butter. So she's doing her thing, and she's doing it on Country Wayne, which I can't blame her. And I'm glad Wayne is not against it, because some people would be like, oh, you're not using my platform to, promote your stuff. This is my platform. But Wayne, he promotes his stand up and his movies and stuff on his platform as well. So why not let the rest of them promote their stuff on the platform? And Hope says, I'm still trying to figure out the reason for Trey being in the commercial because he looked like a fish out of water. Hey, Deborah Williams, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by, guys. Thank y'all for stopping by. And yeah, I just wanted to start that discussion with that commercial. To me, it was good. Hey, Abby, you're up. Well, it's midday for you, right? So, early evening probably. Hey, Abby. Hey, y'all. Miss B. Abby says, darling Hope, you all having a wonderful Sunday. Any skit with Dave makes me happy. I agree. Ernestine, and they could have sat it out, but I liked it overall. Amber and Dave love. Okay. Yeah, Ernestine and Trey really, I thought it was going to focus more on them, but it didn't. And I didn't like that outfit Ernestine had on either, but that's besides because that boat takes away from the jury. But that's my, that's me. Angela said it looks like in the skit, Amber's real life business is going to be played by her character and going to make Amber's character be a businesswoman. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So, because of the collaboration between her and Ernestine, and she's bringing in all of her stuff and to start to sell those things, and it will be a part of it'll be a part of the skits. She probably will have commercials on by time, for commercials on the podcast. So I think it would be cool. And of course, Delisi is over there trying to get people brand deals, but she's gonna promote her own brand, which I don't mind her at all. And she has this GLD, so it's gonna be pretty good. Now I don't know if the podcast will last. Now the podcast is another thing. Uh okay. Hey Eklund, how you doing today? Thanks for stopping by. And Angela Atkins says, I think Trey is the younger guy who is mesmerized by an older woman wearing the necklace, even though he have a girlfriend. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I get, yeah, he's mesmerized, right? And that part to me was just like, okay, y'all. Abby says Trey could have taken the cap off. He looks just as crusty as Buddy Annie. We've been talking about Annie's karma for so long. Hope Amber's telling him that he's going to reap what he sows. Hopefully, he's the reaping start. Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't think that. But anyway, Angela's saying good morning to Abby. And oh, so it's 5 o'clock, making dinner and listen to the chat with y'all. Thank you, Abby. Thank you. So it's 5. Okay. So it's like a 5. Oh, I guess it depends on the time of day year. It's either a 5 or 6 hour difference. All right. And Abby speaking to Angela. So yeah. The commercial, I guess, was a success, of course, to the Amber fans. And Angela said, how come Anthony don't go check on his own son Kai? Well, I mean, he just got his lady back in the he just got his lady back. Let me see. Oh, there it goes. He just got his lady back at the house. So why would he be going to check on Kai? My question is, I know y'all seen let me read this first. Oh, Angela Atkins said Anthony neglecting his child for another woman's child. But he didn't go check on Kai every day anyway. So hey guys, thanks for stopping. For everybody that's in the bushes, if you haven't hit the like button yet, go ahead and do that for me. I appreciate you guys stopping by, even if you don't stay the full time, if you don't chat. It's just thanks for stopping in there. And somehow, when you call the people out that are in the background, they kind of like start dropping. That's not cool. I can't see you, and you can see me. I can't see you, but nobody knows you're there. So it's okay. You can hit the like button though. Nobody will know that you like the channel, but you. So Anthony thinks he's bigger than God. Simply says Wayne loves to write an age gap relationship. Only one I wish happened was Mr. Greg and Dom, but they had to drive her crazy. She should have chosen herself. I like her chemistry with Greg. They worked well. They did, but Dom was hooked on Mike. She hooked on Mike. Something fierce. And Mike is hooked on her. The other day when she was laying in that room and she was naming off all those people, I was like, Esteban. It's like you went all the way back to Esteban. You talking about I didn't ask Mike, I didn't ask Esteban, I didn't ask Terry. Esteban didn't really do her wrong. She did Esteban wrong with Mike, and then she cheated on Mike with Esteban, and but Esteban he worshipped the ground Dominique walked on, and she decided that she wanted Mike. So that's who she's got, Mike, right now. Mike is the love of her life, and I guess she's gonna be the love of Mike's life. Angela says, but Miss B pouring more love into Denisha Kai than his own son. I remember when Shayla and Amber had to beg Anthony to spend time with Kai. I get it. I got it. What did I put down today? It's like I wrote a little note to myself. But Anthony doing what he does is Anthony. So he love I can't say that he doesn't love Kai, his Kai. I think he sees something in Big Kai that is drawing him. And it's also a way to get Denisha. So you can get the mother through the child. If you accept that child, for most men, they also can figure out that you can get the mother. If she's on the fence and you like the child and the child likes you, then that lets her, she'll come over. But if she's on the fence and that child does not like you don't have a chance with that single mother. And Anthony must know that because that's what he's doing. So he's making sure he gets Big Kai on his side so that he could get to Denisha. And Abby says Angela Buddy doesn't care about little Kai. He used to act like he did to hurt Amber and to make her cooperate and accept him disappearing and spending time with Shayla uninterrupted. He doesn't care about anyone. Okay. Keisha says, Angela, he's choosing the other woman's son over his. Shayla told him he couldn't see his son, and he decided to check her over a relationship with Denisha and not even bring his son. Yeah, you know something, I forgot about that because she did say he can't see him no more. So he's not so, he could still go over there and see if Kai is there and then let Shayla tell him no. But y'all also know that Anthony can't handle rejection well, and he gets defeated easily. So he's not going to go over there and put himself in the position where he's losing because he doesn't like to lose, even though he said he doesn't lose, but he loses in that situation. Angela says, look how quick he refurbished the room for Big Kai, but complained when Shayla asked for money. Yeah, he complained when Amber asked for money. Angela said, true, Keisha. Hey, Magnolia, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for coming in and joining us today. Donna says, Miss B, Charity and Evelyn are suiting up to break up Amber and Dave. His sister said she closed a $23 million real estate deal and she's hell bent on ruining her brother's relationship. Oh, I know that. I did a video on them yesterday because of course they're bringing see all the some of those videos that they re-released yesterday. I had already seen them, so I'm like, okay, now they're getting ready to ratchet it up because now we've established that Dave and Amber seem to be going to be like definitely this couple, So now they did that. Because did y'all notice the way when Evelyn had Dave on the phone on FaceTime, Dave had a beard. Like Dave don't have no beard right now. So you know it was taped some months ago because he doesn't have a beard anymore. So I was like, okay, so they taped it a while back and then they're refurbishing it now. Angela says, I can agree with Amber. Anthony is using Denisha and Kai. He's using them to get over whatever he's going through. It's just like a man. They just, it's their motto to get over one, you get under another one. That's the men's motto. And that's what they're doing. That's what he's doing. Abby says Mike is no catch. Can't stand how they focused on Dom's mental issues, but Mike cheated their whole relationship when she came back, not just with silly Sonny, but Lisa as well, and his horrible uh, boyfriend, friend, bro. You talk about Jacoby? Oh, he is a horrible boyfriend. Well, he did. Mike was cheating. See, that was Dominique's fault because she came back and she made it her business to break up Mike and Sonny. It wasn't like she was with him and then all of a sudden he cheated with Sonny. He was already with Sonny. He cheated on Sonny with Dominique. And then, but we know Mike can't keep it in his pants either. So Lisa presented an opportunity and he took it. But yeah, that was Dominique's fault. She went after Mike. Mike didn't come after her. Evelyn says Donna Charity's husband is having an affair with Evelyn. When she finds out she's gonna bond with Amber, we already know if Charity's gonna be on these skits, that Charity will her husband, something gonna be with her and her husband. We already got that. Y'all know that already. And I wonder if this will be the next attempt to do a California spinoff with the skits. The Miami one has been successful because at first you remember they sent Lawrence to California and we was like, nah, we're not feeling that. And then they sent somebody else to California and we weren't feeling it. So I wonder if this will be the one that we actually can follow in California. And this may be where Dave and Amber spin off, as you, for lack of a better word, they spin off and they're like the main focus of the California and the goings on between their relationship. I could see that and I could see it being a success for Country Wayne. So then he'll finally have something in California because he spends a lot of time there as well. And he's letting Evelyn, uh, she shares credit on the skits that she's in. So her YouTube is on there along with Wayne's, and she got more followers than Wayne. So Wayne is a shrewd businessman. She got like over 1 million followers. Wayne is only in six figures. So yeah. But I can believe we know Charity husband doing something. We haven't seen him yet, but we know he's doing something. Good afternoon, Dolly. I was looking for him. See, I was looking for you, a message from you before I logged in this morning. I was like, Dolly's not here. She didn't leave me no message this morning. You know, you get used to people doing stuff, and when they don't do it, you notice it. Donna says the audacity of Anthony to ask Amber to call before coming to the marital home to appease his girlfriend is just nonsensical. Isn't it though? And then to tell her, what else did I forget? What else he told? Oh, take her stuff. No, And when he keeps telling you take your stuff, say I can do that. As soon as you sign the papers, we can get this divorce finalized. You I'll get all my stuff then. It's like put it all in one room. Everything go in one room. And she said don't touch my stuff unless you tell me. So all he has to do is move it all into one room and tell her I'll be moving all of your stuff in XYZ room. And that's it. And so when she comes, she knows where to find all her stuff. Because of course I know it's awkward. Denisha over there using the bathroom. You're in the bathroom and this other woman's all of her stuff is in that bathroom. All of her makeup, hair products, and all that. Because we take up the whole bathroom with our products. And so Denisha probably just got a corner someplace. It's not cool. But that's her fault because she shouldn't be there. But I digress. Hey, Keisha saying hey to Magnolia. Abby saying, hey, Triplet, you saw our husband looking fine as usual with his beautiful honey. Y'all kill me. Y'all kill me with that. Y'all husband. Angela says, Donna, Dave is his own man. I don't think they can do nothing he don't want to do. Charity and Shay say Dave really like Amber, so how come they think they can give between them? Because I think Shay thinks she got something that Amber don't have. History. And Charity keeps saying, well, she's married. Like married ain't stopped them yet. So I don't know. Magnolia says Amber sold that dress on the commercial too. She looks good with Dave. Great. That's good. So the dress sold too. Amber, you doing your thing regardless of what people say. You're incorporating your business into these skits and you make your bag. I mean, just get your bag. Don't worry about them. And Magnolia speaking to Keisha. Donna says, Eklund, you have got to be kidding me. Serves her right. I skipped so many skits. I missed them. You talk about Dom. Hey, Dom, she calls it herself. Keisha said, I like that dress, Magnolia. Triplet. I'm gonna call her triplet. Magnolia says, hey, Triplet, your man looking like a whole feast and all that black. Y'all need to stop that, girls. Simply is saying, or Abby, because I always call you Abby, because there's a couple of other people with this Simply name. But I call you Abby. Donna, I was so annoyed. I would be there 3 times a day, then go to sleep peacefully at Dave's house. That kid and Miss Seeley would be real uncomfortable. Because Amber, before Denisha moved in, Amber would go there during the daytime. She'd go in the morning and do whatever. And I don't know if she stayed there most of the day or what until she went and did whatever she had to do with business. But she was there most of the time during the day until that time when she came in and Denisha was there and she caught him in the bed and all that stuff. Her routine was to be there every single day. That stopped her routine from being there every single day. Magnolia said, so did I, Keisha. Our girl continues to wear it well. That's a nice dress, though. I couldn't wear it, but it's nice. Angela says, Charity say Shay's in love with Dave's life. So my question is, how the love of someone's life, but you his ex? I wanted to know, of course, they haven't told us yet. How long ago did they date? How how long, how long ago did they date and what broke them up? Because there was something. There's a reason why you're an ex and not a current. That's all I got to say. And the only reason why she's even interested is because she's seen Amber, and she knows that if Dave brought Amber or brought some woman to meet his family, that he's serious about her. And she understands that about him. And that's why she's like, oh, I still love him. No, you can still love him, but you need to love him from California to the East Coast, because he's not, he's Amber's right now. Now you can slide him away, then it's good to try to slide him on the way. Eklund says, Donna, that's the only my theory. She gives Shayla energy. Watch how she's dressed at her house yesterday. Oh. Eklund said, exactly, Angela. She's an ex for a reason. She is definitely an ex for a reason. We don't know what she did. Magnolia said, I'm so glad that Amber and Mike remain friends. I never want Amber to be snake walked. Oh, God. Yeah, and Amber dodged the bullet on that one with the snake walk. Angela Atkins says, Dave not even looking or talking about Shay. Yeah. And Magnolia says, Charity thinks she run things. She's about to find out her brother really not playing about Amber for real. And that is true. She about to find that. But they both know that. Both know Dave, and they know Dave would not have brought that brought Amber to meet his family if he wasn't serious about her. So their charities were using the fact that Amber's married, so as to say, okay, well, he's serious about her, but there's a block right there, and I don't. She's still married, but she's trying her best to entice her husband to give up her to give it up, and he won't do it. And Eklund says, "See, Miss B." Magnolia said a new skit with Amber finding out her jewelry is selling fast. Well, they just put the jury out there. So that means that they completed the commercial yesterday, and they loaded that commercial yesterday, and it's selling. Hey, and y'all know since this morning, everybody's seen this commercial. I bet a whole bunch of people. Y'all tell me how much it costs. I might buy one just to support them. People go to Wayne's comedy shows. I don't go, but Angela says, Eklund, exactly. It makes no sense. So where was Shay all the while? Because Melissa said her and Dave was having an affair for 10 years. So where's Shay all this time? Melissa was in between all the other women. So Melissa, as she said, there were a lot of women that came and went. There was a lot of different women in Dave's life. And Dave said the other day, I done had plenty of girlfriends. So the man looking like him, of course he's had plenty of girlfriends. That just goes without reason, without question. But so Melissa was there, but I don't know why. I I can't say why she felt like she may have been the one if Shay was still out there someplace. And I'm sure she knew about Shay. She knows about her. But she was in between. She was during those down times where he wasn't with anyone in particular, but he had an itch and he needed it to be scratched, and she was the scratcher. That's how I'm gonna put it like that. And y'all all know what I mean. And Dolly says Miss B Anthony needs a brain like the scarecrow. Courage like the lion, or heart like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz. I know, Dolly, as I said yesterday, he definitely, whichever one needed the brain, that's what Anthony needs, that brain, because he does not, he don't use his brain, he uses Wayne's brain. Yep. Angela saying, way to go, Am Bam. Eklund said, yeah, Dolly. And Dolly said, I'm sorry, Miss B. I Zoom all my cross Christian meetings on Sundays from 10 to 12. Dolly, I'm not saying anything wrong with you, girl. I just know that you come in before I start, and leave a little quick message, because you had told me like you'll leave a message and then you'll leave and then you'll come back later. I appreciate you for being here. Believe me, I do. I love you all for loving on me and just taking the time to come to my lives and talk to me and listen to my whatever I'm saying, because sometimes I don't make sense, but y'all make sense for me. But Dolly, don't worry about it if you're not here before 12. Now I know that on Sundays you won't do the same thing, but I'm good. Angela, Magnolia, Amber don't look happy. I wonder why. Oh Lord. All right, Deborah says, I like when Dave sees Trey looking at Amber. And Dolly says, afternoon chat group. Let's do some chatting with Miss B's review. Thank you. Y'all got it going now. Angela Atkins says, Amber needs to stop going around Anthony because it keeps draining her spirit. It does. So that's probably why she's not happy, is because she hasn't been to Anthony's house. She needs to send, child, no, she can't send Ernestine over there to get clothes. That would be a disaster. She'd be going to get Ernestine out of jail. Angela says, Amber, okay. Dolly says, Deborah, Dave, clock, Trey looking at Amber. But that was a part of the commercial. And Donna Rabbit, because that was kind of confused at first. And I was like, oh, that's a part of the commercial. That's why he's looking at her like that. Because I was like, why are you doing that in front of Dave? Um, and Donna Robertson said, Miss B, everyone praised Denisha for taking her son back home after she saw the error of her ways, all to bring him back again into the foolishness. I hate that Kai has to endure this. Yeah, I hate it too. And at this point, I mean, Denisha has made her decision. So we have to ride with whatever her decision is. Her and Anthony, they have decided in these skits that Denisha and Anthony will be together for right now, and Dave and Amber will be together. I can see that Dave and Amber storyline going a little further than Denisha and Anthony's right now, but I'm quite sure they will introduce something into Denisha and Anthony's storyline to kind of get it on even par with Dave and Amber. Because right now, of course, Amber's always been a businesswoman and she had all these businesses before she met Dave, but she just wasn't focusing. But now she's going to focus on those because she has somebody that's going to help push her and have her to focus, because she could have been doing all this with the businessman Anthony, but he didn't want her. He wanted her to be subservient to him and not to be his equal. Now Dave doesn't mind being her being his equal, so to speak. She will never be his actual equal, but he doesn't mind her exploring her her business, her entrepreneurial side. Anthony had a problem with that. So that's why he really didn't want her doing all that. And he wanted to keep her at home. That's why she couldn't be at the bar. He wanted a babysitter for Kai. As soon as she said that she didn't mind keeping Kai. Oh, that was all she wrote. Kai was there every day. Kai ever there every weekend because she was willing to take care of him. But now I don't know if Denisha's going to be willing to do that, but I'm sure they're going to try to write something because Denisha came over saying that she had all these businesses. So, Anthony, you should help her develop at least one or two of them and get them going. And Carlotta says they dated 15 years ago. Don't tell me that. Do not tell me that that girl dated Dave 15 years ago and she tell me she's still in love with him. Let me drink some. I got to drink some of my protein drink. Whew, girl, y'all were kids 15 years ago. Y'all in your 30s, early 40s. Y'all were children early. Y'all, they better not pursue this storyline. That was too long ago. That was Dave probably had, I ain't gonna say he probably had about 10, 15 women since her, including Melissa. And Dolly says, Al over there being highly critical of Erica, and maybe Erica won't date Al and write him out of the skit. You know, Erica don't keep none of them around that long, and I haven't really paid a lot of attention to Erica and Al from when the first one I seen with him, and he was talking about you got your girls hanging out. And then I looked at today's, and he was talking about her being too nice to the waiter. Like, Erica, you know what to do with him, right? You know what to do with him. I don't know who he is, but you know what to do with him because you can't be controlled. Angela says Shay is jealous of Amber. She said they really like Amber. Plus, Dave's mom loves Amber. And Shay said Dave's mom was never that lovey dovey with her when she was with Dave. Because y'all were young at the time. And Dave's mom, she probably didn't want him to be trying to marry anybody or anything. But you had been around them forever. But yeah, Dave's mom does like Amber, and that's what's getting you upset. But for 15 years ago, you can hang it up, girl. Dave, it's too many other women and too many of them in the sea in front of you for you to be trying to get him back. Really? I could say maybe they've been messing around on and off. Now, if that's been the possibility, but at 15 years, it just seems like it's too long ago. And for the guy she was dating to be worried about Dave, somebody she dated 15 years ago, that was like crazy. Keisha says Angela didn't look happy. Angela, she didn't look happy at all. I wonder what's going through her mind. And Eklund says Dolly, Al is annoying and Erica needs to kick him to the curb. She does it so quick. I'm surprised she hasn't done it already. Because that man is annoying. Angela Atkins says Keisha, every time she goes around Anthony, she gets a look of drain and her happiness is gone. Yeah. Dolly says, Carlotta, Evelyn needs to let that go with Dave. Oh yeah. Angela saying Dave was just hyping up Amber to his business partner. Okay. And Dave said, I had plenty of girlfriends, but Amber act more like a wife, and no one had his back like Amber when she got that second interview with Jamie. Yeah, that's what Angela's saying. Yeah, Eklund is saying that Miss B, I want Amber to introduce Evelyn to Wayne so he can invest in the vegan restaurant. How that makes her his new love interest. Well, you know, Wayne. That's why I said that I think this will be probably closest to the California skit spinoff or whatever that is more successful because of Wayne's relationship already with Evelyn outside of you knowing about the skit, but the fact that that's a vegan fast food restaurants, and there's like four in different cities in California already, and that is up. That's Wayne's brand. That's his brand, and so I think it would make a difference. And like yeah, and they need to get Wayne involved. He'll invest, and then he'll invest in Shay. So while she looking at Dave, Wayne gonna come in and swoop her, and he'll have a woman in L.A. and we'll see the last of Lauren because Shay is a different kind of woman than Lauren, and Lauren only want money anyway. So, and Keisha says, F. Eklund, I need Erica to run away from that guy and never look back. He's too controlling, and that can lead to abuse. Definitely. He's like, you too nice to the waiter. And she's like, what? Are you only supposed to talk to the waiter? And he's like, yeah. Like, we in the 1950s, so y'all gonna put this little craziness in everybody's skit now, that you have to have this man that only does things and the women have to be controlled. Wayne, y'all gonna you'll lose your whole audience base. And all we gotta do is not watch skits for one day and he'll feel it. Because your audience is women, all women. And it's women of a certain age. And we don't play that. We came up right after the time that our mothers didn't have rights and our grandmothers didn't have rights. We came up when women finally got the right to do so many things. And we're not going to let you take us back. And we definitely don't want you taking our daughters and our granddaughters back. So y'all don't have to stop this stuff. I'm talking to Wayne. Y'all have to stop this. You really have to stop this. And we need to make sure on every one of the skits that's doing this that we comment and say something about it, because what's happening is they'll try to have these messages up in these skits. I don't go for those messages. I feel like you want to take women back. You want us to be quiet. You want us to cook and give you whatever you want. And you have to lead us. And because we're too dumb to do anything for ourselves. No, no. Your mother wasn't like that. And your wives and your daughters are not going to be like that either. So we're not going to take it. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I'll be on Red Revolution. I'll be off of YouTube and be banned from reviewing country slang skits. But we cannot allow them to do that, to take us back to the 1900s in these skits, because I don't want to be. I've never lived in the well, it's the 1900s because it was 18 something. I've never lived there, and I don't plan. I never planned in my life to be there. I'm a woman who can take care of herself, who can think for herself. Sure, a man is good to have, and sure, you want to be led by your husband and whatever. But if you don't have a husband at the time due to whatever circumstances, it makes me no less of a woman and it makes me no less of a person. So y'all need to quit with these skits like this because half y'all men don't know how to be men. And you around here. Anthony don't know how to be a man. Sorry guys if there was some men in the bushes and y'all dropped, but I was still gonna speak my mind. All right. Angela said, Miss B, as long as you and Nanya coming on, we will support you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. So it's like they're gonna stop me if I keep preaching about this thing that they got everybody doing. And Angela says, I love how Trey played that part when they saw him looking on Amber and he held his head down, and Trey played that part very well. Yeah, Trey is a little actor. I mean, he acts also. So he knew what he was doing. I was surprised. I was like, okay, so they were casual clothes and everything. It was nice. And Dolly says, telling Angela, we'll support. Yeah, we will support them. I thank you. Me and Nanya, thank you for the support. Keisha says, Denisha and Buddy can be together without actually living together. They can, but they see it fit that they live together. So let them live together. They in Buddy's house. That's his house. See, when you he's worrying more about that house or anything that house is just like temporary. That house could be gone. They could have a tornado come through Atlanta and that house in particular just get wiped out. Then what? Then what you got, Anthony? You just got the land. You have to rebuild then. So the house isn't what's important. Angela said Wayne needs to start and do something with the divorce now. Yes, Angela's saying yes, oh yes, darling. Keisha said, I wonder what Buddy is going to come up with to try and compete with seeing Amber and her man Dave in that commercial. Yeah, we'll have to see what he's going to come up with because he's going to come up with something. So, well, Wayne will come up with something because Anthony, we know Anthony can't speak for himself. So, Wayne will come up with the concept that Anthony and Denisha can have together. Because right now she's only showed us that she can cook. So, what, he going to buy her a restaurant? Is he gonna buy the restaurant from Amber? Kick out Miss Shauna, but they can't use that restaurant anymore. He gonna buy her own restaurant and compete with Amber. What is he gonna do? Because so far she's shown us she can cook. Angela says all Amber wanted was for Anthony to support her and support her dream, but Anthony was controlling. Yeah, she did just want him to support her. And that's the crazy thing about it. She just asked him for support and he couldn't give it. Shay, Angela says Shay see that Dave is happy and the mom loves Amber, so she want her childhood man back. People just he was your childhood for a reason. Hey Juanita, thanks for stopping by. Hey there, Trap Star. Thank you for stopping by also. So who is this Al character? He is a terrible man. Somebody that walked into Erica's office. I think he wanted to a match for dating, which I understand why nobody ever wanted to date him or he couldn't get past the first date. It's evident in Erica right now why he couldn't get past the first date. And she wound up dating the man. Like, girl, please stop dating him. Angela says Keisha Buddy is already trying to dress Denisha like Amber. You think they're gonna go into they're gonna start buying things from Amber Ty's closet? They're gonna start buying outfits from Ambertise College. They're gonna go get them a GLD necklace. And Deborah Williams says Anthony is too jealous of Amber and controlling. He want Amber home on the porch. Wait until you see the commercial. Hope says, I wish you could purchase self-esteem because, wow, Amber needs a boatload of it. Yeah, you can't buy self-esteem. You have to develop it. That's for sure. But sometimes you can develop it. It just takes work is all. Just have to start believing in yourself and not worry about what other people think about you, because usually low self-esteem stems from other people's opinions of you, other people putting you down constantly and telling you that you're no good, you'll never do this, you'll never be that, and all those things. That's what takes a toll on your self-esteem. But as long as you have somebody pumping you up and believing you, and you start to believe that you are more than what they tell you, that more than what other people told you you are, that's when you build your self-esteem up. Take it from somebody who knows. It's like you have to kind of build it yourself. You have to build it within yourself. But once you get it, you got it. And you know that you could do most anything. Keisha says, Angela, I peeped that too. Twins, he gave her 20,000 to go shopping. Did she ever shop though? That's what I wonder. Maybe she went and bought them polka dots. Trapstar says Dave X needs to go sit down somewhere with her 2T clothing. So it's too long ago and over. Plus, she has a boyfriend. That's not her boyfriend. That's some man that she was dating, because she don't even like him like that. And Deborah says Shayla will be jealous too. Of course she will. She gonna see that commercial. She will definitely see that commercial. And Trapstar says Dave's sister is definitely the devil. She's not. I get. She's the sister that wants the brother to be with who she wants him to be with, because she is. I understand, being a married woman and not liking people who cheat. I can get that all the way. And sometimes we're more against it if we've been cheated on. And I believe Dave's sister has been cheated on by her husband. That's why she really can't stand Amber. But that's my opinion. That's all. Dolly says we need Amber and Anthony to go to mediation and move the divorce forward, because we're not entertaining Anthony's circus at the Dalton house. Man, why was Anthony on his knees? What man? To my the last time I got on my knees for you, you went and had an affair with Wayne. When you got on your knees, she was still having an affair with Wayne. Truth be told, he's so dumb. I didn't used to, when everybody said, when she used to say Anthony was corny, I wouldn't. But he really is. It's like they need to stop keep doing. They did his character so wrong. Trapstar says too many mood swings. Wayne is writing for Amber. The comments are not feeling it. We want the divorce this week. Let Anthony enjoy his storyline with Denisha and Shayla. Yeah, we can't get a divorce this week. Now we can get the papers signed and the negotiation finalized this week. But who says they're going to do it in a week when we've been waiting for almost a year now? What it seems like a year. And Trapstar says, I wouldn't involve Wayne because he will definitely mess up Dave and Amber's relationship. He's no good. That's exactly how he messed up Amber and Anthony. Wayne doesn't want his exes with other men. Well, they definitely can't be more successful than him. And Eklund says, yes, Dolly, mediation skits, please. Yeah, because the mediation skits with Terry and Livy have, if y'all haven't seen them, they're given. And the thing is, Natasha and Kendrick going to battle with Terry and Libby, those skits are given. You might not like Terry and Libby because I stopped following them long time ago. But these mediation skits with them, they're given. And Eklund says, yes, Dolly, mediation, please. Yeah. Keisha said, there's a new skit. Al judges Erica for not graduating college. She needs to leave that man alone. Angela says, Wayne is trying to portray a message that women should not have a voice. That's almost what it seems like. And I just can't stand that. Like, y'all, I think the men today think that they look back when women really didn't, when men didn't give women a voice publicly, but you better know who ran their house and who ran their lives. A woman. Because without it, a man cannot survive. Without a woman, a man cannot survive. They can't survive. You can't survive. All y'all gonna, well, let me stop. I'm gonna stop right there. You need the feminine in order to survive because y'all can't think past one plus one. That's the extent of your thinking. You have to be given a list. You have to be told step by step what to do and how to do it. A woman can multitask out of this world, and y'all can't do but one task at a time. So, men, please stop it because you're the inferior sex, not women. And Dolly says, Eklund, why keep making Amber miserable? Stay with Anthony. Just let both of them move on. That's what I say because I don't. I think it's time though, and I see if we can see where the storylines might go, it's encouraging. It's something new, it's something fresh. And of course, whoever, Dave and Amber, will have their problems, of course. And Denisha and Anthony will have their problems, of course, because as long as Shayla exists as a baby mama, they're going to have problems. The only way that they don't have no problems is if there's another DNA test and Kai is proven not to be Anthony's son. And that will send Shayla spiraling. But other than that, we know that they're both going to have problems because we already have the built in problem with the sister and the old girlfriend for Dave and Amber. So just let them go off and do their thing. And we'll follow Anthony because Anthony will be the one catching all the hell, all of it. Dolly says, right, Miss B, material things are temporary. Trapstar says, you're right, Miss B. We cannot allow them to push the messages of women going backwards with all the fight we've done for progress. It's the truth, though. It is really the truth. It's like I just can't stand it, and I hate to see it. And Bree says, I'm sorry, but Denisha ain't no Amber. Amber just has the it factor. She ain't even got to try hard. She does have it, and she doesn't try. Some people don't have to try hard. I'm gonna say Denisha is Denisha, and who she's playing a girl that grew up without. She had to struggle to make it. She did things that there are a lot of other women in today's society do based on their their circumstances. She had a baby young, and she had to make money. So going in the strip club for her age group, that was acceptable for them to be able to strip and to do that. And then she moved on to being a bartender. And of course, in that environment, men are using women and exploiting women. So she learned how to exploit men in that particular environment. So I'm like, hey, you learned how to do what was being done to you. So she learned from her environment. I don't hold that a grudge against Denisha for any of that at all, because she is a product of her environment. And now I think the way they're writing her character is that she wants to change that. And she knows that, just like we said, that Amber, with her self-esteem, Denisha's self-esteem is also low, but she knows she has gifts to give and things that she can do to better herself. So why not allow her to better herself? I don't care that she's with Anthony. Good. That way he gets to leave Amber alone. Even if Amber didn't have Dave, he can leave her alone because he didn't want her. So I don't care that Denisha and Anthony are together. But that's the way I see it. It's like, because let Anthony do Anthony. And if he falls, he falls. But I'm not worried about Denisha either, though. So, but that's my opinion, y'all. It's not always going to be popular, but that's just me. Okay, and Trapstar says they are also pushing the message of Anthony having three women. They have Amber accepting him and Denisha and her son living in the house. That should be used to end the marriage. The marriage has been over. It's already over. There's no, they're just prolonging it just to for drama. But the marriage is already over. It's been over. And yeah, she's accepting Denisha living in the house. Just like I said, I'm glad he got Denisha. That way he's not worrying Amber every day. He's not, Amber not come, they not going in that daggone bathroom or in the kitchen and him telling Amber, well, Amber, you know what I was thinking. And then he come off with some old off the wall stuff, and he wants to talk down to her, call her names and stuff. So I'm glad we're past that point, aren't y'all? Please, I'm glad we're past that point. Dolly says, please like if you're in the bushes. Thank you. And Bree says, I can't wait for Amber's colon line. I'm definitely buying it. I think the closet is already online someplace, because they said the jury's selling out. Now she's buying stuff for the closet, but I guess this her clothing line she hasn't developed yet. Trapstar says they have Anthony with the wife, a mistress, and a girlfriend. Yesterday, him getting the wife and the mistress in line to respect his girlfriend. The underlying message is ridiculous. Yeah, that was ridiculous, but he got the mistress in line, but the wife got him in line because she told him, if you really want that woman over there in your house, sign them papers. That's all she had to say. And if Denisha can't understand that, then she just can't understand. I don't know how long she's going to stay there under those conditions, because he still didn't. He's like he was going to get everything straight. Who he got straight? Because Shayla still, she was being nice at the end of the call, but we know that's not Shayla. So 22 likes and 20 watching. That's good, guys. Thank you. Let's try to keep it up now. If you're someplace and you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button now, because we have people coming and going. Angela saying hey to Bree. Bree is saying hi, hey to Angela. Bree is saying Dave X is the two T-move. Oh, so she ain't got nothing on Amber. Please, we don't care. Yeah, she's who she is. Whoever she is, she's pretty popular because she got 1 million followers, and that's on YouTube. But Wayne found her some kind of way, so she gonna be all right. She's here. She's here to stay, and she's here to cause problems in Dave and Amber's relationship. So y'all just keep that in mind. She's here. She's not going anywhere unless these skits totally fail, which I think they won't. She's here to cause problems. Not to say she's going to be successful, but she's here to cause problems. Bree Buddy trying to use Denisha to make her into Amber. He could be. I don't know. And Bree says Dave's sister is miserable. Yeah, she got some stuff going on. We'll find out her backstory real soon. And Dolly says, I'm in agreement with you, Miss B. Women have advanced to where they can provide for themselves with or without a man. It's true. And they want us all gone back to depending on them, and half of them are not even decent men. Angela says Shay need to go in the tiny corner. Oh Lord, Dave and the new it couple. Deal with it, girl. Said the girl, she's just short. Y'all leave that woman alone. Y'all leave that woman gonna be with eventually she gonna wind up with Wayne. Because Wayne gonna be trying to make Dave jealous because he got his old woman. Y'all know how Wayne works. Lauren is temporary, and soon as Dave sees, I'm not Dave, but Wayne sees Shay, all she wrote. He'll be trying to get with her, trying to make Dave jealous. Because now he's like, oh, I can get your old woman. You got my old woman. He'll start a competition, but trying to start a competition between him and Dave, just like he started a competition between him and Anthony. See, I could see Wayne doing that because they don't think of new things to do. So that's probably what will happen. I foresee it. He'll be competing with Dave soon. Bree says, I think Wayne is scared to write this divorce because he don't want Anthony to lose views. Well, and Wayne, Anthony's going to lose views either way. He's going to lose them or not, because eventually people will get tired of Anthony treating Amber the way that he does if you don't write the divorce in. Nobody wants to see two people that truly hate each other back together. That's not love at all. It's not at all. So I don't know how or why, but yeah, it's just not cool. Bree says Wayne is annoying. He's such a hater. Wayne trying to protect his assets. He's trying to protect his assets because this is his asset. And he get some of y'all mad. He can do all that rage baiting and hate baiting. He can do all that and keep y'all coming back. That's what he's going to do. But in my heart of hearts, I think he does have enough sense to kind of break off these storylines. He just has to build up something for Denisha and Anthony that people can connect to. And some people there are people who connect to the Denisha and Anthony story. There are a lot of the men connect to that particular story for right now because they feel like she's better for Anthony than Amber because she's cooking and all that good stuff. But yeah, he just has to build that up because they Amber has built up the Dave Amber story. So Wayne has or Anthony have to build up the Denisha Anthony story. And I think they'll be okay. 'Cause y'all rode with Anthony and Shayla. Although a lot of people didn't like it, they were able to survive in these skits when they were together. So no big difference. Denisha and Anthony will survive. Angela says trap star. Even when Amber was um was Anthony, she was always looking unhappy and drained. So when she was with him, yeah, she was all because she was unhappy. And trap star says mediation skits would be great. Yeah, they would be. Bree Angela could never be at Angela, she could never be Amber. No, she can't. Not Shay could never be Amber. And Dolly said Anthony came in the skits lame. It was always about the house and the money. Yeah, it was, but him and Wayne were always they competed from day one. There was a competition day one when Wayne seen that man in them suits and that car. Wayne immediately went to what he has, his house, and how big his house was, and which cars he had. It's always been a competition with them. And Angela says, Buddy is a drain, unaliveable. He's trying to drain the life out of Amber. Well, when you drain the life out of somebody else, you drain yours also. So you got to be careful. Dolly says, the way Libby acting, I can't watch too much of her. Libby is tearing those things up. I'm sorry. I watch the ones with her and Natasha and Kendrick. She is doing the white woman victim role down pat. She got it to a T. She got it. She got it down to a T because the way she been acting, Libby crazy. And Trapstar says, Angela, that's right. And women are the bulk of his audience. We're not going for it. A lot of these men are not fit to lead. No offense to the ones that can't. There are too many that need to grow up. It's true though, because of course, women we couldn't teach them to be men because their fathers weren't there, a lot of them. So Angela says, Bree, I know the whole reason for Denisha in the house is to make Amber jealous and want him back. That's probably the reason, but I think he figured out that she don't want him back, and she's not jealous of that girl being in that house. She don't care about her being in that house. She just wants the divorce at this point. And Angela says, Dolly, really, Libby having me laughing. She be having me laughing too, Angela, because Libby is wild. Dolly says, Angela, Buddy's a leech who sucks the positive energy out of Amber. Yeah. Bree says, Angela, I know. I can tell Wayne is writing the skits, especially the ones where he has Amber acting emotional over over Anthony's corny self, shaking my head. They say Amber is doing all that, but I don't know. But these last few skits, she's been able to control her emotions with Anthony. Like the telephone call, and there was a skit before that where she was able to pretty much control her emotions with Anthony. She was letting when she called Shayla about that room, She let Shayla handle that part. And then this last time where he called, calling himself checking her, she checked them. She lightly checked them, and she did not. She was not emotional. So maybe she is pulling her emotions out of messing with Anthony, and that'll show him also that she's checked. She's thoroughly checked out. Once she stops being emotional with him, he'll realize that she's checked out. She's gone. And Keisha said, Libby's manic behavior and Terry's fast talking and stupidity gave me a headache. Oh Lord, but I don't watch them all. I just happen to get I like the Libby one. That's all. When she is in there with Natasha and Kendrick, because she be going on. They got Kendrick about to pull all that hair that he nicely combs and fixes now. Kendrick about to pull all that hair out. And Tasha about getting ready to start drinking. Angela, Dolly says, Angela, have fun. Trapstar says they have to divorce Amber and Anthony to give Denisha's character her own identity. They do. Because she definitely, if they're going to go that way, she definitely has to get her own identity. And Dolly says, Keisha, I refuse to watch them. Angela Tubman, I agree, Bree. Exactly, Dolly is what Angela's saying. Bree says, I'm glad he got Denisha as well, Miss B, because I don't want Anthony with Amber. Angela says, Miss B, I agree. I used to hate it when he used to call her names and belittle her. Yeah, I'm glad we got out of that phase because it was too much. That was abusive. And Keisha says, I can't watch them either. Well, we all have our preferences, and those are the ones that I like sometimes. Eklund says, we're tired with those storylines. A petition requesting for mediation skits should be passed. Well, I'm not going to do it, but somebody can. I think they said there's something on Facebook or something, and people are pretty active in these skits, and I think they're making their requests known. So that's why people make different in these skits. They make references to what's really happening on in the online community. Like Amber makes references a lot of times in the online to the online community, things that are happening, like when she said to Shayla the other day, well, where is Iman? I haven't seen him in a while. Because online we're all like, where is Iman? Is he coming back? We haven't seen him. But Shayla's still claiming him, and Delisi is still claiming him. So what y'all doing with this character? So those things like that. And I think that they're doing that because they know the online community, those are the questions. So they'll be giving us some of our questions here soon, some of our answers soon anyway. Angela says, Bria, I think Denisha would be good for Anthony over Shayla after him and Amber's divorce. I think Denisha would be also. And it would give somebody else, give a new character. They block, get a new character up in there, and somebody that we don't know, we don't have all their history, and we can get to know her for who she is. And Bree says, I heard she got a lot of followers just having fun. Oh, you talking about Shay? Yeah, she got a lot of followers. Angela says Anthony got himself straight. Shayla will be back, and Anthony was a big man when he saw Amber's car, and she was in the house. Yeah, well, he'll be all right. Yeah, he was mad when he saw that car. Bree says, Angela, I agree. Bree says, yeah, the low vibrational people connect to Anthony and Denisha's story. Well, somebody connects to it. It doesn't matter. They're gonna call you. The people who connect to Amber and Dave. Guess what? They're calling. They're calling us low vibrational. So all those all those titles don't make any sense. They don't mean nothing. Angela says Anthony needs to let Denisha be Denisha. She can't be an Amber, but Denisha trying to dress like Amber too. I think they're trying to change her look, just like they've changed Shayla's look. Shayla was all of a sudden, Denisha and them told her, "Girl, you gotta up your game," and Shayla has upped her game. So now they're trying to up Denisha also, and they got Shayla looking a lot better. Angela says, Bree, people trying to put Denisha and Dave together. They was even so excited that Shay wanted to get back with Dave. Of course, because at the end of the day, we all know that these skits are messy. And and they inflict pain on certain people. So some people that don't like a character, if you don't like Amber's character, you want the worst things to happen to her. If you don't like Shayla's character, you want the worst things to happen to her, and so on. So once they get to know Shay, they're gonna want something bad to happen to Shay. Soon as Shay start winning, they will want something to happen to her also. Just mark my words. It's in the skits. It's how people think. Dolly says, Angela, men will try to change women, but don't want women to try to change them. Yeah. Angela says, they all did think Denisha was better than Amber. Yeah, people do think she's better than Amber. She's different than Amber. She's not better, she's different because she's a different person with different experiences, grew up differently. Bree says, Angela, I've noticed that that's because they realize Dave's the one, the real man. Yeah, until they tear him down. Do y'all think they're going to tear Dave down? They're going to tear Dave's character all the way down. I don't know because he will be like a main character in these skits because he's in with main character Amber. But I don't know that they will tear him. Hopefully she won't allow him to be torn all the way down. Yeah, he can have some spots and some blemishes and all that in his character, but don't take the godly man out of him that he kind of is. I say kind of because he messing with a married woman. But don't take it all away from him. But I know he's gonna have some spots and some blemishes. But I don't want him to just turn out to be just like a real dog. Just make him a little puppy, little chihuahua maybe, but not nothing serious. Angela says, "Me too, darling." And Bree says, "Angela, they even tried to put Dave with Tamara. They don't want to see Amber happy. People don't want to see anybody happy." Angela says, Bree, exactly from day one, they have had the most to say about but Dave proved them all wrong. That Amber is the one, not the two. Yeah. Angela said, Bree, exact. They desperately want Melissa back. Oh yeah. I said, we haven't seen the last of Melissa. Melissa out there, she gonna be out there working, doing something. But I think Melissa is behind the scenes still working for Dave. That's mine. and Dave just hasn't told Amber yet. Angela says, I believe people misreading the messages in the skit that Amber told Anthony God's going to punish him. She never said was repent. She said she know because she has been there. Okay. Angela Atkins says, Amber says she's God's child. She never say she was repentant. She told Anthony not to be like her, to change his ways. Okay. I didn't hear the end of that skit because I left the room while I was playing it, so I didn't hear the end of it. I will go back and listen to it. But people hear their own messages also, no matter what it says. Some people will hear their own message in that particular skit. So Bree laughing at somebody. And the unknown real mix. Okay, this got a new person here. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for coming out of the bushes and comment. And I hope you've already liked the video. So I think Denisha and Anthony they're a corny couple. They will need to build Denisha because she's like blah to me. Well, yeah, they would. That's what we were saying earlier. That they will have to build up Denisha's character. They'll have to give her her own identity because her identity can't just be Anthony, because that doesn't make good skits. It doesn't make good skits at all for the woman to just be there for the man. And she said, build. Angela says, Miss B, I think Dave's character is to spin the narrative. Each time they say something negative, Dave spent it into positive. Look at how they were saying Dave won't marry Amber, and Dave says, that's my wife to be. But yeah, well, yeah, he's spinning the narrative most definitely. But she can't be his wife until they spin Anthony's narrative. Until Anthony's narrative gets spent and he lets go of Amber. But I like him with Denisha though. I mean, I like Anthony with Denisha. So go be with Denisha and be happy. And Angela Atkins says, the unknown, thanks for your support. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for your support. And the unknown says, I hope Dave characters. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah. So what else happened in Skitland? It was so much. Yeah, it wasn't a lot yesterday. Oh, Denisha, Honeypot, and Shayla. Did y'all see how Shayla went over there, called herself checking Denisha and Tamara about being friends and not including her in their friendship? Did y'all see that? And then did y'all see Denisha's daughter question her about Shayla's NBA boyfriend? Because she knew and she knows that Shayla and Iman were dating, and Denisha told her that Shayla was no longer dating Iman, and she was going to tell Shayla that her and Iman were dating. So we're back to this Shayla, Iman, and Delicia thing once again. So maybe that'll mean that Iman is going to come back, that he'll be back in a minute, or he's going to make an appearance, because she questioned it. And then here goes Shayla. Oh, well, my boyfriend can give him some pointers. Delicia, and then you see how she called Delicia on. She's like, "You didn't answer my question." The unknown says, "Oh, I hope Dave's character stays solid." We do too, but you know that it's not going to happen. Now, like I said, I know they're going to give him some blemishes. They're going to muddy him up a little bit, but we hope that overall he stays good. We don't want them to tear him all the way down, take the godly man, that's there, take him all the way out of his character. But we know that they're going to give him, he's going to have some faults and some blemishes, and these other men, these other women are going to come back, so that there can be some division within Dave and Amber's relationship. Has to be, because there's going to be some challenges, but overall, hopefully they will make it through. Because Shay's not the only old girlfriend coming back. I'm sure some Melissa gonna dig up some women and have them come up in there too. Angela, it's like that confrontation with Denisha and Shayla was good. Denisha said more than 2 words. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Oh, with Denisha and Shayla, yeah, she kind of got with Shayla. Oh, and Shayla is territorial in all her relationships. She is. And I'm like, who are you to go and question Delicia and Tamara about their friendship? Like they're trying to become friends, or they're building, or Denise, these girls with these D names. Denisha is basically trying to show that she's trying to be Tamara's friend, because she already knew about the Dwayne and Lauren thing. So she just wants to kind of like get in there and try to soften the blow, which is what she tried to do today, through yesterday. Shayla is the madam of the friend group. I told y'all that yesterday, that Shayla is the she is the leader of whatever that friend group she has. So she got Tamara, she has, well, between Shayla, Tamara, and Piari, Shayla is the leader. Now, if you add in Delicia, not so much, but Delicia will let Shayla lead just to make her think she's doing something. And Lauren, her and Shayla are gonna they're gonna bump heads every time. The unknown is looking, laughing at Angela. Angela says, Iman, please come get your woman. And Shayla, she's annoying everybody. Man, Shayla said, I'm the leader. It's like, I don't know how you can be the leader. And says Shayla is too needy. She is. That's what Carla says. And Angela Atkins says, Shayla don't like to be left out in the cold. She always want to be in charge. The problem with Shayla is that she has a child. So you can't be everywhere. You can't get up at a moment's notice and go to the Bahamas. And Bree says, did y'all think Dave will invite Amber to LA? I don't know. He might. If he gets an inkling that Shay and Evelyn out there trying to play games, he probably will. Or if he wants Amber's advice with what's going on, if he's trying to include her in more things, he may just invite her out there so that she can attend the business, and she can, uh, because she's running a restaurant also. She might be the one. And Eklund says, yes, Bree. Angela says, Bree, I think he will, because he realized Amber is an asset, is an asset. Yeah. Because she's also running that restaurant now, that might give her a little insight, to what's going on in the fast food chains. Carlotta says, I believe Dave will take Amber to LA. Well, for the skit, she needs to be going. Eklund says Amber is the new closer for Dave's business deal. Can we not go that far? And the unknown says yes. And Angela says Carly Dave said it is said that he said him and Amber are like the same things, and what she did with the jury line, Dave is taking her everywhere. Okay. And Angela said, and Shayla wants to be in control of everyone. Yes, she does. She got a little of that Angela. She got that Angelina spirit. Angela says, have you noticed from where they take the CEO position from Shayla, and they have not been to another podcast meeting. So when they took her CEO position, they don't have another one because Shayla was trying to have all this. She was really having the podcast meetings between her and Tamara. So maybe she needs to be the CEO of the podcast. Angela says, I think Shayla was trying to flirt with Dave over the phone, and Dave cut her off to say business first. Oh, Shay, yeah. Now, see, we got to call her Evelyn because when we call her Shay, now Shay going to get mixed up with Shayla, and we're going to have some problems. So I want to call Shay Amber. And she said Shay is her name from when she was a kid. And that's where Dave is with her, with the Shay, and that's when they were children. So I didn't even think about the fact that when y'all said 15 years ago, so 15 years ago, he referred to her as her name to him is Shay. Now she says her name is Evelyn. And she's like, Bubba, I'm Evelyn now. Yeah, but he doesn't see you as Evelyn. He sees you as Shay, the little girl that he used to date, not the grown woman that you are now. That's significant. All right, let's keep going. Hey, One Journey, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. We're doing good today, girl. Angela saying hey to One Journey. Dolly saying hey to One Journey. Bree says Angela, she was trying to flirt, and she called Amber his assistant, throwing shades. Like, nah, nah, not his. You might have been talking about Melissa, but Amber, you know, Amber and his assistant. And Angela says, I don't think Amber is a closer for Dave, but she sees the potential, and he sees the potential in her. So he's making her have her shine. Dave told Jamie that Amber has a lot of potential. Yeah, she might not be the closer, but Angela says, Bree, I agree. And Dave cut her off. Yep. Because he knew she was going to try to be messy. And Carla says, I can't wait till the podcast, ladies. Anthony and Wayne see the commercial. Wayne is going to clown Anthony. Wayne better be trying to figure out how to get some business with Dave because Anthony has been dry lately. Since Rose left, they don't have anybody to get them properties. So they need to be trying to find somebody to get them some properties to buy. And Ben ain't it. And Abby says, hey, I'm live. I'm back. I had to hop off, but correct me if I'm wrong. Melissa had just left Mike because of Sonny, who he was cheating with. And that day, Dom came back. Mike slept with her and then went to some. Yes, Abby. Mike is a serious. Mike don't do nothing but cheat. That's who Mike is, and that's where the problem is. So Dom, he wasn't Dom's man to begin with, because Dom had to figure out how to get Sonny away from him so she can have him. And then he went to, what's that girl named Lisa, Darren's wife. Doing too much, Mike. Where's my little? It won't go. Okay, there we go. Bree says you can believe you throwing shots at someone you don't know. And Dolly says that creepy customer from the aunties is stalking Chi. Yeah, that place is creepy to me. I said I was going to try to review it, but that just doesn't, that that it's just creepy up in there. Like, how you got a bunch of women giving men advice, and these men trying to hit on the women. It just creepy. It doesn't sit right with me. And Abby says, I'm continuing to live where I the live where I hopped off at. Sorry, I know y'all have probably moved on. That's okay. That's fine. You hop off. We're still on for a few more minutes, but you can always go back and watch what you missed too. One Journey, you're welcome. Thank you for your hospitalities and thank you for your hospitality and community. Uh, Donna saying hey to One Journey. Magnolia saying hey to One Journey. Angela says everyone doing business except for Anthony. Yeah, Anthony need to get on it. Magnolia says I think Wayne and Evelyn will hook up through Dave or Amber. The writing is already on the wall. They will. They most definitely will. Wayne lined up when he made the hookup to have her be a part of the skits. That was already a lineup. Magnolia's, oh, we had 32 likes and 23 watching. Thank you guys. At least our people who came and went, they still like the video, which is a good thing. Angela says Mike wrong for cheating, but throwing hot tea on Mike is a no-no. Plus throwing bleach in his clothes. She threw bleach in his clothes? I didn't see that part. Oh, Madame is she dangerous now? And Abby says the last time Buddy wore a suit or looked clean was at the restaurant grand open, looking like one big fake happy family. Yeah, Buddy don't go out and do business anymore. I don't know what's wrong with Buddy. Denisha but need to get him out and start doing some business, because he won't have 50% to give to Amber. He gonna be done lost his money. And Tyrone says, hey everybody, hey, thanks for stopping by. Angela said, thanks people in the bushes for coming out to like up the live. Yep, that's what I said. Thank you. If you came in and you didn't stay, I just thank you for liking. And Carla says simply, Buddy wore a suit the day he lost his wife. Oh, at the party in front of his friends. Yeah, he did have a suit on that night. He was looking all clean, and he got embarrassed. Angela says, yes, Miss B, the 130 skit. Oh, say Mike grandma caught Don bleaching out Mike's clothes. Yeah, because grandma had just came and talked to Mike about cheating and stuff. Mike didn't tell her how he got burnt in his back. That was the funniest story. Talk about the pot jumped up on his back and burned him. It's like, Mike, you had to be on your knees and hit the stove and let the pot burn you. But you telling them like you standing up. Lord. And she was bleaching out his clothes. Well, that's what he gets. because he knew who he was messing with. He know Dom was not all the way there. He knows she's not all the way there because he went to Chicago with her. He knows that girl got some serious issues, that she's supposed to be on medication and she's not, and she's not going to take it. But he had already did the damage. Lisa, it was just a time, a matter of time before everybody found out about Lisa. And then Lisa started saying, she was feeling guilty. No, she wasn't feeling guilty. She was feeling like she could get Mike from Dominique, and she miscalculated. She just miscalculated. She wasn't reading the room properly, and she didn't understand that Mike didn't really want her. And I didn't realize that Lisa's daughter is not Darren's either. So Darren has the son with him, his first wife, and Lisa's daughter is somebody else's. So Lisa and Dawn and Darren have no children. Wow. So I wonder what we're gonna do with Darren in these skits. Who Darren gonna wind up with? We're gonna give Libby Darren. Let Darren take Libby. Maybe Sarah Oliver. Sarah Oliver deserves a halfway decent man because she always goes for the wrong men. Put him with Sarah Oliver. Him and Sarah Oliver would be cool. She's an attorney. Maybe he's gonna meet her to do his divorce, and then him and Sarah can get together. And Sarah's because they've given her the worst pick of men ever, also in these skits. So maybe Sarah Oliver can get Darren. He likes, the snow bunnies. So she's right. She's his type. Hey, Barry, thanks for coming in here. Don't know if you've been in the bushes, but we thank you anyway. Thanks for your support, most definitely. Uh, Barry said, "What kind of business is and Ernestine trying to open?" Amber has what she calls Amber Ties Closet, which she does herself now. Or I don't know if it's on Facebook or YouTube or where she sells a lot of her clothes that she wears on the skits. Of course, because they only wear one outfit they don't repeat outfits. So she resells all those clothes. Plus, she does body butters, and y'all correct me, I'm not sure whatever the other business that she does, but they're incorporating all of that into the skits. And with her closet, what she's doing now, she's also like opening the closet will also be a boutique where you can get new clothes. So they're ordering clothes to staff the boutique, so it's not just her old clothes, it's brand new clothes. So, and she's stuff that she's picking out. So yeah, and they're putting it in the skits, and seems to be like it's gonna be okay. And she just got this jury deal to where everybody says that the promo code that she gave on the commercial actually works on the site for the jury. Magnolia says, Miss B, have you been following Erica with the new guy Al? I've only watched one or two of the skits, but Al is too controlling. I just know there's gonna be like another skit or two where Erica gonna drop him. Cause I seen one where he told her girls why she had the girls out, and then the next time I seen it today where he telling her she was being too nice to the waiter. So that's a no. Erica will dump a man real quick. And Magnolia said Amber told Lisa that from the jump. Yeah, she did, but they don't always listen to Amber because the husband didn't like Amber, so Amber didn't know what she was talking about. Uh, Carlotta said Darren can hook up with Shayla. Oh no. Darren couldn't handle Shayla at all. Magnolia said a reformed Darren and Erica would be a good fit. Darren would have to be really reformed, but then Darren would have to deal with DC. Oh Lord, and I don't know about that, but that might be okay. That Carlotta said Shayla. Ooh, and Denise says, "Hey, Miss B, have a blessed day." You too, Miss Denise. Thank you for stopping in and giving us a comment. Angela says, "How about we give Shayla to Darren? That would be a match made in Skitland." So y'all want Darren to be with Shayla. So y'all want Darren to go back to the chocolate because he's liking the snow bunnies. He appreciates them. Maybe he won't go back to one of them, or they bring back his baby mama. I feel like instead of Shayla, they bring back his baby mama because she is a Shayla. So if anything, they bring her back and let them get back together. Michelle saying, "Hey Michelle, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in." Magnolia says, "Yes, the Amber promo code is real and it works." Oh, and One Journey is speaking to Angela, and Deborah saying, "Derek and Deborah talk about Darren can have PR and they can drink together. Darren's only drinking right now. Darren don't drink the way PR don't need anybody to be drinking with her." Magnolia said they have about 4 skits today with Erica and Al. Hopefully that means she gonna break up with him at the end of all the skits because he's too controlling for me. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Your name is just Carla. All right, because there's a lot of, but I get them wrong sometime. I apologize. It's Carla. I'll remember next time. Carla says, laughing, I'm laughing. See, it's so rare. I even forgot if anyone, she said something with Buddy. It's Abby again to my triplet. I can't stand how Erica keeps letting that idiot get away with what he's teaching her money is money. Teaching her money is money, old or new. It's about your character. And his is absolute rude a hole. Wow. Okay. So what I haven't been following them that close. I just know he's controlling. So One Journey says, I get it. I get them wrong also. We do appreciate you all. Yeah, most definitely. I'm sorry. I try to take the name off of part of the identifier and I don't always get it right. Angela, if Piari drink with Darren, who would drive them home? They'd be a permanent black car. They'd be in an Uber permanently. Tyrone says Darren was getting drunk every time they got together, and he went off on Amber. Yeah, he did. When Journey says Erica's entertaining while she educates the viewers. Okay. Magnolia triple. She's like triplet I am. And Angela says, I'm surprised Erica's has that man around her for so long. Maybe she gonna let him go soon. All right, guys, it is after 2 and I have to go because I have some other things I need to do. But I have enjoyed each and every one of you today. Had me laughing, had me standing on my soapbox. and a whole bunch of other stuff. Said Magnolia says triplet. I'm waiting for Erica to go off because you know she will. I'm waiting for him to see DC. That'll be the end of him. Once DC come around, that's it. It's over. Thank you, Barry. He said you have a blessed day. You too. Uh, Abby says, Angela, I would have left from the moment he said she's embarrassing him. Angela says, thanks for a great live. Thank you. Y'all make the live. I don't. Y'all make the live with your comments and your views. Magnolia says, have a good evening. And Skit, she said, everybody have a good evening. And Skit Cousins. Angela says, me too, Abby. Ekelin said, we enjoyed your live like always. Enjoy the rest of your day. You too. Magnolia over there laughing. Angela says, tomorrow, guys. And Dolly said, one journey, I've been rewatching your lives because I miss seeing them. That's good. Support Mon Journey, most definitely. Her lives are educational because she likes to educate when she does her things. Magnolia says Al already looked down on her for going to Howard and not graduating. Yeah, too much. Abby says the second skit on the gift golf course was disgusting. Why discuss was disgusting? Why disgusting? She even let him take her to lunch. Yuck. He was still being a simpleton. I don't know. Magnolia said, Drac graduating. Thank you for your support. You're welcome, Magnolia. Everybody has a different take of how they do things, and we're all individual, and we all bring our skills, and your skills are definitely skills and how you do your lives and your skits that we can't copy. We will never be able to. So everybody does their own things, and yours are unique as well. So we love you all, and the Country Wayne Skits and Magnolia is giving us hearts. And I thank every last one of you. Still 20 of you hanging out there someplace. I don't know if anybody else has a live later, but I'm sure most of you will be in these streets and you will definitely be in the comments. So sometimes when you guys are in those comments, I'll be trying not to comment out there on the Country Wayne thing, but every once in a while I do. So I'll comment behind some of you, or I'll see your name and be like, yep, that's her. That's what she thinks. All right, guys, let me go and get out of here. And I will see you guys on the next one. I'm sure I will see every last one of you in these YouTube streets, someplace on somebody's platform.